I thought I had covered all the AI assistants out there, but it seems that I missed this one. NextChat is one lightweight AI assistant which allows you to have a light and fast AI conversation with a model of your choice. You can run it on web, Apple's iPhones, macOS, Android, Linux, Windows, and also on your sewing machine. The tool does pretty much the same, which I would say hundreds, if not thousands, of other AI assistants do, which to enable you to talk with your models, which are mainly hosted ones. I don't see much support for Olama or any other local models as such, though they provide some Rockov Runner and few other tidbits, but that doesn't really seem that mature to me. So if your use case is to just to try yet another AI assistant and the only thing you want is a chat GPT like experience, then you might want to give this one a try. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get it installed and then we will also play around with it a bit. I will be using a hosted model with it and I think I'm going to go with OpenAI, but you can go with Anthropic or any other model of your choice. Also, before I show you that, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video who are our very good friends at that1.co. That1.co offers serverless AI models hosting with minimal cold start delays, enabling rapid and cost effective deployment. So please do check them out. I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, coming back to our next chat. And this is not a new project, by the way. It's been around for quite some time. And in all fairness, I really don't see many updates here because it just does one thing and does it nicely. So I don't think so there is any rocket science there. I'm using my Ubuntu system, but as I said earlier, you can use it on Windows or anywhere you want. The first step which you need to do is to just to go to their GitHub repo, and you can find the link in video's description again. And then from the right hand side, once you go to their GitHub repo, I'm just scrolling up here, just click on this releases. Once you are in the releases, just go to this release which was released in November last year. So it's been quite some time. I'm scrolling down, click on assets and then download it accordingly as per your operating system. As I have Ubuntu system, I could either go with this portable app image or with a Debian package. I'm just going to go with the Debian, right click and then save link as. For Windows, of course, just use MSI file, which is a Microsoft installer, and then after installing just next and you should be good to go. And same is with other operating systems. I already have downloaded and this should be in my downloads directory. From there, all you need to do for the Debian and stuff, just run this command which is going to install this Debian package on your local system. While that happens, okay, so that is fine. So while that happens, all I need to do is to introduce you to our very good friends at Mass Compute who are sponsoring the VM. If you're looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to their website in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. Okay, so the installation is successful as you can see, and you can ignore this warning. All this warning is primarily saying that my Debian file, the .deb file, was in my downloads folder, which the unprivileged underscore apt user cannot access during sandbox operation. And but I have used sudo, so it fell back to an unsandboxed install. So safe in this case. Really don't worry about it. Okay, now in order to launch this next chat, all you need to do is to either just go from here, or if you are in GUI, just launch it from the bottom left in the applications. And as soon as you click enter, you will be presented with this screen. You can make it bigger and this is what it looks like. And of course you can on the bottom left you can see that there are some settings which you can check out, like avatar. There is a theme. You can always, I prefer the dark theme for these chatbots, and you can see that looks pretty nice. And then you can select any other language, like it supports a lot of languages, by the way. Multiple dialects of Chinese, Japanese, Indonesian Bahasa, and few of the European languages, and then few of the Asian languages. Arabic is there, and Hindi is there, it seems, and few other languages including Turkish, and I'm not sure which language is that anyway. So you can select the language plus lot of appearance you can set from here. I'm not going to go every thing. Now this is where you can select your model provider. So if you click on OpenAI or anything, you see you can not only go with OpenAI but a lot of other providers. Many Chinese providers are dominating this space. You can just grab your API key, and almost every one of them free offers free API, and quite a generous one which you can obtain. But you can go with OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and all that stuff. So most of the stuff is there. I'm just going to stay with OpenAI. I'm going to enter my API key here, and I'm just going to go with GPT-4 or Mini. I think that is fine if it is available, of course. And then I will just save my key and then go back to the chat screen. So let me do that. And I have set up my key. If you scroll down, you can see that you can even use some of the TTS models. If you like, you just have to enable the TTS and then use the model accordingly and select the voice. Okay, so that is all done, and I believe it automatically saves it. Let me click on this X here, and now if we can start chatting with it. This is how simple that thing is. And you can just ask questions. So right now this is talking about my OpenAI's model, and it is just using the model. You can change the model on the fly if you like, and if you're also looking to get this API key, you can go to platform.openai.com and grab your OpenAI's API key. Remember that it's a paid option. You can have multiple chats and all that stuff. You can even select a mask, and this is something interesting. So I'm not sure which mask I would select. Maybe I'll just go with this mask, which is basically an icon or avatar which you can use. And I think you can, once you click on it, you can edit it and maybe give it some role, I believe. I'm not sure if you can select a role or anything, but it says expert here. So you can just ask us anything like what is quantum computing and anything like that. But it's not that it is assuming any role, it is just using OpenAI, by the way. And then it is just talking about that, okay, you see, quantum computing expert or this one. If you're okay, you can just select this role. So this is something different with other chat providers, I would say, where it just assumes the role on the fly. So that's pretty much it. That's it. Let me know what do you think about this. Please like the video and share it if you please, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for all the support.